Chase Stadium in Santa Clara. The scene a short time ago. This crowd, they love their 49ers, and they were in full roar as their guys burst out of the locker room. And we're ready for football as the 49ers get set to do battle with Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers. The first 2 months of the regular season down. What will the final 2 bring us as we're off in Week 9? And that'll carry over the back line of the end zone for a touchback. Rodgers now on first down. Oh, he's going to take a shot right away. Oh, nearly a disaster there on the check down. But they'll get it back.
Not the desired outcome, but probably won't be the last time we see him take a shot downfield.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Now the man from UTEP, this is Aaron Jones. And he'll be upended at the 28-yard line. Just a 3-yard gain there. He'll get only 3 there, so it leaves him with a 3rd and 7 ahead.
And this is 3rd down.
A tough spot here on their opening drive. This is 3rd and 7. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He's got Adams on the hookup. And able to get this one across the 45 before he's brought down. Give him 18 on that play, and Green Bay has the first as well. Now a first down carry by Jones. And he's got this one across midfield into 49er territory. It's a 6-yard pickup, and it gets him to 2nd and 4.
That's a really nice job by them picking up the run blitz and detecting it and blocking it and turning it into a nice run. And a lot of times you think if you blitz a running play, you're going to smother it. But a lot of the blitzers, they come in a little bit high. They don't have great leverage, and they're easily blocked and turned to the side.
On 2nd down, it's Jones. And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 41. 7 yards there and a first down.
A gain of 7. First down, Packers.
They'll run on first down. Jones. The tackle there by Richard Sherman. For the Packers and Niners, this, of course, a rematch of the NFC Championship game from a year ago. And that game belonged to the 49ers. You might remember Raheem Mostert. Boy, he really made a name for himself in that one. 220 yards on the ground, 4 touchdown runs in the 37-20 victory that sent the 49ers to Miami. From the 36, Rodgers. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 22-yard line. Give them 14 on that one and a first down.
Green Bay.
I don't care who you put on him. He's going to be a handful in one-on-one throws.
Yeah, right now you're right. They're in man-to-man. Maybe need some safety help.
I would say that'd be a good idea. Double team him somehow. I'm going to have to make someone else beat me rather than let him shred my defense.
A first carry now. This is Williams. And not able to break away this time as they're going to stop him right around the line of scrimmage. 2 yards the loss, 2nd and 12.
Brings up 2nd and 12 at the 49ers' 24-yard line.
A rare misstep on that last play because the drive has been strong, but now it's 2nd and 12. Working from the gun. Rodgers. His throw caught at about the 5. And he will get this into the end zone. Touchdown, Green Bay. Mercedes Lewis, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers take it right down the field and score on the opening drive. Extra point up and good by Crosby. And it's now a 7-0 game. The kickoff team on the field now as they will send this one away. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And ultimately, he stopped right where he would have been if he had simply gone down to a knee at the 25.
25-yard line.
Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line. First carry for Raheem Mostert. And they'll get him down after a pickup of 8, 2nd and 2. The Packer fans, and not to mention members of this defense, likely hoping to forget what Mostert did to Green Bay in the NFC title game last year. 29 carries, 220 yards, and an NFL postseason record tying 4 touchdown runs. Here's a 2nd and 2 now from the 33. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. They're trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. And this defense looking like they have come to play the pick 6, and just like that, it's 13-0 early on.
Well, go back with me to our training camp visit. What do we hear during these drills? Pass. Ball's in the air.
And then my favorite.
Oski, that's the interception. That means everybody finds someone to block them legally, stay on your feet, and they get it done. Touchdown.
So they throw the pick 6. They'll get another shot at it now as this one's in the air. That'll be taken about a yard deep. And they'll get him down inside the 30 at the 27.
Return. The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And fresh off the pick 6. They've got to forget about that quickly.
In this case now, the guy throwing the ball, he's got to be like what we talk about with defensive backs who get beat for a long touchdown. Short-term memory, right back out there doing the things that he does best, and knowing that taking care of the ball is paramount. Here's his opportunity.
It all comes back to those defensive backs for the former DB, right?
I don't know where that comes from. It just kind of emerges out of me for some reason.
It's deep in there, right?
21.
On 2nd down, Mostert. And he'll be limited to a short gain up to about the 34-yard line.
He's tackled at the 34-yard line. That's a gain of 3. Brings up
Garoppolo going to try and throw on 3rd. Completes it to the tight end, Kittle. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. Garoppolo to his tight end, Kittle, for a Niner first down.
1st and 10.
Charles, Thursday night game, I think a lot of teams probably say shrink the playbook somewhat. Is that correct?
I think you're right about that because you just don't have the amount of time that you have in a normal week to put in a full playbook. So as you said, you shrink the playbook. Pick out the plays that work best for you. You know what else you're looking for? Who are the freshest guys coming off of the last game to play on a Thursday night? Guys have a little extra pep in their step. You go to them early and often.
And he'll toss this one incomplete. Seeing no options, he throws it away. Ball on the 42 as they come up 2nd and 10.
White.
from the gun. It's Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. So a nice job to break the one tackle, but not much daylight after that as he's brought down. They do get a couple, but they'll be left staring at a 3rd and 8 coming up. And they're left looking at 3rd and 8 after the second down pass play only went for 2.
11.
Garoppolo again. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
One thing that you're going to see from this offense is that they love the matchup with their wide receivers against this secondary. That one wasn't successful, but don't expect them to back away from attacking all game long.
Only 2 punts for him last week in the loss as he gets this one away. They'll call it a punt of 44 yards. The return was for 7. And it'll be Packer football here. First down and 10.
16-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They've got things going their way early. 14-0 lead and the football. First and 10. They'll start out on the ground with Jones. They'll get him to the ground at the 20 following a pickup of 4.
The run for Green Bay. He's brought down at the 20-yard line. A gain of 4. It's now 2nd and 6.
The ball resting on the 20. Here's 2nd and 6. Rodgers going to throw. And down he goes. The 49ers get there. Getting the sack, the 227-pound linebacker, Quan Alexander.
I spent a lot of extra time preparing for this game, watching this offensive line, because they gave up 5 sacks last week in their loss. They just gave up another one now. They don't seem to be working together as a cohesive unit. Right? 4 guys might have it right, but the 5th guy is giving something up. They've got to find a way to all get on the same page.
After the sack, they'll come up now 3rd and long.
Yeah, I wouldn't be surprised to see them run the ball here just to try and get some space.
No run call here. They'll look to throw instead. Setting up the screen here, Aaron Jones. And he'll go down after losing yardage at the 10. This will be a 2-yard loss on the play. And that'll bring up 4th down. 14-0 the score. This is the NFL on EA Sports.
Packers 14. 49ers nothing.
So from their own end zone here, this kicks away. They'll net only 35 here following a 43-yard boot, 8-yard return. And the Niners set up well. They take over 1st and 10 on the short side of the field.
Here we go. Like 20. 11.
On 1st down, Garoppolo. Now he'll dump it underneath to his running back, complete.
Garoppolo's pass.
All defenses worry that whenever anyone catches the ball and has a head of steam come out of the backfield, it can turn into a big play with missed tackles or he runs through people. But they were right there waiting, and they stopped him for a minimal gain.
2nd and 5 after the 5-yard completion on 1st down. Garoppolo. That's caught by his running back, Raheem Mostert. He's got the 1st down here inside the 30. And he'll be taken down at the 26. It's a pickup of 17 and a 1st down.
26-yard line.
These guys have definitely been outplayed in the first half. I like their countenance. I like the way that they haven't panicked out there, the way they're carrying themselves. They were starting to move the ball. And what you have to do, maintain your poise and start to put together some drives.
On 1st and 10, it's Mostert. And the running lane's non-existent in this first half as they'll stop him behind the line. Big Kenny Clark that time pushing upfield to make the tackle for loss. 13 yards remaining on second down. Working from the gun, Garoppolo. Forced out to his left. There's the Washington Husky. It's Dante Pettis. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers 16. A gain of 13. It's a first down.
16-yard line.
So the ball down to the 16 here for 1st and 10. Now the Georgia Southern man. This is Jerick McKinnon. And this time they were ready for him as they'll stop him right at the line of scrimmage. Officially, it's a 1-yard loss. That's going to bring up 2nd and 11.
2nd and 11 at the 17-yard line.
Here we go.
2nd and 11 now.
Check. 42's the mark. So don't say nothing. Go, Mike 42, Mike.
Hey, alert! Alert! Alert!
Mike's 42, Mike's 42. I'm trying to collect.
Garoppolo looks to throw. And he just chucked that one out of bounds, out of everyone's reach. Maybe a wise call not to take a sack in this part of the field. It brings up 3rd down.
And the 11.
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Throwing now is Garoppolo. Escaping the pressure right. Green Bay up to the task there in coverage and forcing a 4th down.
They certainly had good starting field position on that drive, but couldn't do anything with it after 3 plays. Have to admit that that's a disappointing end to excellent field position. When that drive started, they had 6 points that they were thinking about.
Makes the score.
So 3 drives now for this offense, and that field goal gives them their first 3 points.
So if you're an offensive coordinator and you're averaging a point a drive, you're in the wrong line of work, aren't you? You got to find a way to unlock the key to these defenses and put some big points on the board.
And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21.
The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 22-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. And on the last go-around, they really couldn't get anything going.
They had to punt from deep inside their own territory, which means you're going to lose the field position battle as a general rule. What they're looking for now is a little more consistency, move the ball at least a few times on offense, get a couple of first downs, and hopefully flip the field.
Yeah, just something to build off of. That's what they're looking for here. They'll contain him to just 4. 2nd down.
At the 26-yard line.
4 yards on that last completion, so that sets up 2nd and 6.
Hey, take 26.
Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers. And the Niners get there and bring him down. Dee Ford able to record his 5th sack of the season. Well, they go play fake. The problem is nobody was faked out.
And when no one's faked out, what's the end result? Quarterback gets hit.
Rodgers now, after the sack, he'll lead the pack up on 3rd and long. From the gun, it's Rodgers. And Adams has it, complete. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Boy, a nice play there as they wind up converting on 3rd and 15.
First down.
On 1st and 10, here's Rodgers. And Lewis has it, the tight end. And they'll get this just to the 47. 1-yard gain. Not much there, only a yard.
Well, they were unable to make anything really big out of that, but it's not a bad idea to find your tight end and give him an easy completion and keep moving things forward. Almost as bread and butter as a good running back dive play.
They only got a yard out of that last completion, and that makes this 2nd and 9. Shotgun now for Rodgers. He'll get this one into the hands of Lewis. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 41-yard line. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. So from inside Niner territory now, this is 1st and 10 at the 41. From the shotgun, a give to Jones. And he'll take this one down to about the 40. Just a yard on the pickup there, and it'll bring up a 2nd and 9.
1 yard. Well, partner, I don't think it's any secret that any running back wants to be able to see a hole open so that he can gallop through it. But in this case, he had to slow down. There was really no hole there. And he took a big hit in order to get that 1 yard.
We've got a 14-3 ball game with 2 minutes left in the opening half. Coming up at the half, a reminder, we go back to Orlando to check in with Jonathan Coachman. He'll have a look back at our first half as well as a look ahead to what's coming up later this weekend. Rodgers throwing quickly out to Adams. No gain that time on the completion, and it'll be 3rd down. The defense loves to hang their hat on that, don't they? You get a guy that catches the ball, but you stop him for no gain.
Without a doubt, because they're also used to trying to catch people after the catch, and they miss. And that turns into what? A huge play. We've seen it so many times. In this case, though, catch was made, put down right on the spot.
Throwing is Rodgers on 3rd down. Trying to get it to Adams, but it's intercepted. Picked by Emmanuel Mosley. He's got the lane, and there he goes. And into the end zone. A pick 6 for the 49er D as they score the touchdown.
49ers.
You think you're going into halftime with a good-sized lead? Not so fast. That pick 6 really changes the complexion, probably also changes the halftime speech.
No doubt about it. Instead of going in relaxed, you're probably a little more uptight right now, probably a little bit angry. Let's see if they can get their focus back.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick 6, and now the kick is away. Here's Richie James on the return. And a good return as he'll be stopped just shy of the 30-yard line.
James on the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 29-yard line.
The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. Still more than a minute to go, so there is time if they want to mount something here.
Not only time, but they have 3 timeouts at their...
Oh, this is taken in. It's complete. Touchdown, Packers.
Rodgers.
Devin Funchess, his first touchdown on the year. And the Packers are able to strike quickly for 6.
Partner, one of the cardinal rules of defense is that if you're in position to make a tackle, you need to make it.
Well, and if you can't make the tackle before that, you just got to knock that ball down, right?
Yeah, something has to happen because we saw the end result there. Missed tackle, he goes all the way and takes it for a touchdown.
Taken about 7 yards deep. And that one bounces out of the back of the end zone, so we'll start the drive at the 25 on the touchback. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. It was still more than a minute to go in the half. Time to try to mount a drive.
And I would think that they would have to. This is today's NFL. You got to push it whenever you get an opportunity. You can never have enough points with the high-powered offenses that you face. And analytics will tell you, try and score when given the opportunity.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. To throw, it's Garoppolo. And his throw's going to be incomplete. Deebo Samuel was the intended receiver. 3rd down here.
Well, so far in this drive, they've done some good work. They force incompletions on 1st and 2nd down, bring up 3rd and 10. That brings up the big question. Do they bring pressure or do they play coverage on this down?
They're trying for Ayuk, but it's intercepted. Picked off at the 35. And they're going to set up shop at the 32-yard line.
By the Packers.
You're trailing. You're trying to get points late in the half. I absolutely understand that. But remember, it's all about the ball. And without the ball, you can't get those points. They just turned it over.
Now you got to be careful because that deficit can get a little bigger on the other side with that good field position they just took over with. And he hits his target, the tight end Lewis. And they are able to stop him, but he does take it all the way to the 2. The Packers going to use one of their timeouts as they stop it here with just under 40 ticks to go in this first half. A chance to really cap off a big first half here as they come up on 1st and goal.
26.
They'll try and run it in with Jones. And he'll get blown up behind the line of scrimmage. Back at the 6. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as the clock will stop with 35 seconds to go in quarter number 2. 2nd and goal from the 6 this time. Here's Rodgers to throw. Dancing to his left. And they will score. It's a Packer touchdown. Aaron Rodgers with touchdown number 3 here in this game and 17 now on the year. And the Packers add on to their lead. And the lead is up to 18 now.
Is good. Makes the score Packers 28, 49ers 10.
The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. Fielded in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee, and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. You've got less than 30 seconds left here in the half. You're well on your own side of the field. What are we doing here, Coach Davis?
Well, I'm trying something on 1st down, and it's something that's safe. It's something that's been done many times before. A lot of people say it's not even worth trying, but I'm running a draw. I'm running a screen. I'm seeing if something pops. And if it does, that can alter my strategy and potentially get me some points. And if it doesn't work, well, then you just run the clock out and go to the locker room.
Mike's 42. Mike's 42. Watch the run. Mike 42.
Back to the air on 2nd. It's Garoppolo. And going for Ayuk again. This time he's got him. Now San Francisco are going to call their 2nd timeout as they stop it with 19 seconds to go in half number 1. So from the 39 now, they'll come up on a 1st and 10. Looking to throw, Garoppolo. Well, they intercept Garoppolo for the 3rd time. Kevin King with a pick. And his guys have got it back at the closing stages of the first half.
They'll take over 1st and 10 at the 48-yard line.
So after the INT, it's Rodgers. Looking deep for Adams. Got a man open. It's Adams. Touchdown, Green Bay.
To number 17,
Davante Adams. In the final seconds of the first half. And the Packers are able to stretch that lead out further. And he's been a busy man, 5 for 5 now as he knocks another one through to extend the lead.
Packers 35, 49ers 10.
So time enough for a kickoff here. 5 seconds remaining in this first half. Taken in the end zone. And not wanting to risk anything here late in the half, he'll just take a knee and they'll bring the football out to the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. Time here for likely one play, then off to the locker room, and they're going to have some adjustments to make.
They certainly will, and I think a lot of people are thinking to themselves, all right, take the knee, get out of here, regroup. but how?
Down the numbers. There he goes. And he does take it in for the touchdown, but a flag on the field, and I don't think this is going to stand.
Yeah, don't put the points on the board just yet.
We have hit halftime. Still 2 more quarters to go. We'll take a timeout. We'll be back after this. You're watching the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. It's in the game. So it's the Packers set to receive the kick. They've got the lead as well as we are underway in the third quarter. Garoppolo going to bring the Niners up here 1st and 10 at their 25-yard line. And from the shotgun, he'll throw. And this is going to be caught, but they'll say out of bounds. So it's incomplete.
You get the sense that they're saying we're not playing up to what we're capable of, and we're deep enough into the game that the early jitters are long gone, that they should now have some sense of continuity and be able to make some of these plays that they have not been doing so far.
There's a ball thrown right side and complete. And he'll be taken down, but not before they work it across midfield. That one good for 26 and a first down. So into Packer territory now. Here's 1st and 10 at the 49-yard line. A shotgun snap for Garoppolo. And he'll be hit as he releases it, and that'll fall incomplete.
Oh, that's got to frustrate him a little bit because it nearly got to him there, and it would have been the first sack of the game. Instead, they're able to influence the release, and they did force the incomplete pass.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on 1st down. He'll pitch it. And that play will go nowhere. Losing yardage back near midfield at the 49. 2 yards the loss, and now 3rd and 12.
This defense is just flat getting after it. They have not given up much of anything in the run game. Case in point right there.
Here we go. Black 80! 21. Check curls.
Throwing is Garoppolo on 3rd down. Oh, he almost intercepted it. They're just forcing it into too many tough spots. That was almost a 4th pick of the game. And now 4th down.
Sets up 4th down.
That's the reason we ball for. Circle round twice for the encore. If you know, you know.
Still just the 3rd quarter, but they've got to make something happen. I think they know that. They're going for it on 4th. Here we go on 4th down with Garoppolo. That's to his running back, complete. And unable to break away. They stop him a few yards shy. Boy, a real head-scratcher there. And that will force a turnover on downs. The Packer offense ready to get their next drive underway. They were able to get the ball back here, didn't surrender any points. Now they'll look to add to that lead.
Yeah, how about the boost the defense gave them? Going right out on the field, shutting them down, not giving up any points, and turning the ball back over. They want to do their part now and show them a little respect and some gratitude by scoring some points.
And to get a little more cushion. A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Working from the gun, Rodgers. Eluding the pressure right. Incomplete.
Oh, I like that right there. Not only was it the right play, throwing it away like that, frankly, I think it was the only play.
Yeah, got outside of the pocket, realized he had nothing, just chucked it free.
Yeah, live to fight another down, right?
An incomplete pass on that last play, and that means they'll need to come up with something here on 3rd down. Shotgun now for Rodgers. Looking deep downfield. And that is incomplete.
That's an excellent job right there on third down. Like any defense, you never want to let them get anything started, and that would have been a first down. Instead, you saw the contact on time, no penalty, and before this drive could get wings, it's fourth down.
A 39-yard punt, a return of 5, and the Niners will go on offense. First and 10.
24-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They have been struggling. I would imagine at halftime they went through some possible changes. Well, those changes aren't working, so now where do you go?
I think that now it's much more in their head. And what I mean by that is just what you said. You've gone over the changes. I bet they were pretty clinical at the half, not too emotional. They might need to go to the emotional side because you've got to find something, some spark somewhere. And so far, just being calm hasn't exactly worked.
They need any spark at this point. Throwing on first is Garoppolo. He finds McKinnon, complete. And he gets this to the other side of midfield across the 45 before going out. That one good for 20 on the catch and run.
First and 10.
Well, maybe this offense has learned something from watching their counterparts work. I'm wondering if their coaching staff said, let's do what they've been doing the entire game because that's worked well. This offense, they have not looked particularly good all game long. But a nice throw there for a good gain and a first down.
Adrian Amos up to make the tackle. Decided to hand it off that time on the run-pass option.
Appeared to be an easy decision. Just gave it inside. Nice steady gain.
21.
From the 39, Garoppolo. That's complete to his receiver, Pettis. And this is going to result in another first down as the tackle's made at the Packers' 28. It's a first down on a gain of 10.
First and 10 at the 28-yard line.
65.
Garoppolo now, first down throw. Looking for the end zone. And it'll be intercepted. Picked off by Jair Alexander. Charles, whatever's going on between his ears right now, it's just not completely calculated correctly. 7 picks between last week and this week after that one.
And they always say the most important part of a player is those 6 inches between the ears. But right now, it's all those interceptions that are going on. So whoever his trusted confidant is on the sidelines, I don't know if it's the offense coordinator, the quarterback's coach, maybe the backup quarterback, that's who he needs to get with now and get himself calm.
A gain of 4. It's now second.
They'll come up 2nd and 6 now from the 24. Again, it's Jones. And they'll take him down at the 31-yard line. 7 yards there and a first down.
So many times someone's success is the product of a lot of things coming together really well. And for Aaron Jones in 2019, it all came together for him. He stayed healthy, was on the field for all 16 games, got handed the ball 100 more times last year, and as an end result, broke 1,000 yards in a season rushing for the first time in his career.
It's a gain of
nothing fancy on first down, but a very consistent type of a play. Hit that slant. A lot of people call it an extension of the running game, and it can be if that pass is completed, because you hit a guy on the run like that, he often can go for big yardage.
Sets him up nicely for second down, staying ahead of schedule. A first down there on a pickup of 25.
I think they like this drive a little bit better there, partner. Running game helping out, picking up some of the slack, because remember the last drive they went 3 and out.
So first and 10, and if they score on this drive, might have to start digging in our second half blowout material. They stay on the ground this time. It's Williams. And brought down, but not before they're inside the 25. 11 more on that one and another first down.
Well, you certainly have to give a little credit here because they're playing this game now at their pace. This is ball control football, sustained runs, taking their time and making it.
And he fires one that's intercepted. Picked off by the safety, Jarquiski Tart. And he'll return it to the 24-yard line. And they needed a break. They needed to make a play here in the third quarter. Defensively, they did that. Now they got to go quickly and get some points on the board.
And the best part is that they made their own break, taking the ball away. Now they just look at their offense and saying, guys,
let's go.
Come on, capitalize on this one.
58 is Mike. Check. And 58 is Mike.
So after the INT, it's Garoppolo. He'll fire this deep for Ayuk. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Intended for Brandon.
But we saw that they had a lot of success last week throwing the football, but that hasn't translated to this week. But with his team behind, I don't expect him to back off. I expect him to keep firing.
2nd and 10 here as we roll along in quarter number 3 from Santa Clara.
Check. 42's the Mike.
To throw is Garoppolo. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's 3rd down.
Well, they've had success getting the ball to him out of the backfield, but this time they had a man right on him. He was able to break that play up before he could get started.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has him staring at a 3rd and 10. From the gun, it's Garoppolo. Open man is Pettis. It's complete. And he's going to be out up around the 45-yard line. And a nice gain at 21 yards.
1st and 10.
There's a nice pickup right there, and after watching that play, I'm thinking about all the lost opportunities that they've had so far in this game. But right now, just focus on continuing to move the ball the way they did on the last play.
Oh, a scrap for the football, and he's going to come down with it. And he'll take this into the end zone. Now, hold on here. We do have a flag down. So let's see what this is about. And, yes, they want the points, so they will decline the penalty. No question there.
You don't think they spent a couple seconds mulling over what the penalty
I don't
would do
even
for
know
them?
why they asked the sideline.
Not at all. When you put the ball in the end zone on a takeaway, take the points and keep moving.
Gold with the extra point, and that'll cut the lead down to 18. After the touchdown, it's Robbie Gould now to kick it away. Now James returning. And out a little across the 25 to the 27.
On the return. The Packers take over 1st and 10 at their own 27-yard line.
Rodgers will break the huddle and bring the pack up 1st and 10 at their own 27. He'll throw from the gun. He's got Lewis. And he takes this up to the 40-yard line before being corralled. Solid way to start the drive. 13 yards, picking up the first.
A gain of 13 yards.
1 quarter remains here in this Thursday night matchup. You are watching the NFL on EA Sports.
Packers 35, 49ers 17.
Rodgers now on 1st down. Being chased out left. And he'll be forced out of bounds shy of the line of scrimmage, so that'll be credited as a sack. That's going to go as a loss of a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. Off the play fake to Jones. Here's Rodgers rolling to his right. Got an open man. It's Valdez-Scantling. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 yards on the play. 1st down. So signs of life in what's been a dormant offense in this second half. Here's 1st and 10. Out of the shotgun, it's Jones. And brought down, but able to get it to their 30-yard line.
On the carry.
A good gain again. That's now 31 yards combined on those last 2 plays.
16 yards. And a Packer 1st down.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. And they'll keep on the ground with Jones. Call it a gain of 4 on 1st, and that'll make it 2nd down. I'm guessing you'd say this is kind of the key here. Grind out some yardage, work on that clock, see if you can continue to tick it down.
Definitely, you want to bleed things out at this point, right? Continue to pursue.
And he can't get rid of it. He's taken down. Dee Ford in there to get him, and that is sack number 6 now for him on the year.
Brandon, more often than not, you'd say they've had his number, and we can count them up so far. 1, 2, 3, 4 sacks given up. But guess what? He's still been able to make some plays, and right now they have a lead.
And that's complete to Lewis. And this will move the chains again as the tackle's going to be made at the 49ers' 15-yard line. 13 yards, first down, Packers. Line of scrimmage, the 15. It's 1st and 10. Rodgers with a give. It's Aaron Jones. And this play gets blown up. They'll lose yardage. Back at the 17. He'll lose a yard there, and it's 2nd and 11.
Brandon, it's clearly a running situation when you're up in the 4th quarter. They're going to have to stack the box and make it difficult for them to move the ball.
Made it very difficult right there. Now they need to repeat that effort.
Yeah, bring 7, 8, 9, whatever it's going to take to slow them down.
Maybe just a slight detour on what's been a strong drive. Here's 2nd and 11. And he can't quite get there. Tackled down at the 1. A good-looking drive for the Packers so far. It's a first down. They have the nice cushion. They just want to pour it on right now, still throwing the football.
And I know my background says, why do you need to do this? Just go ahead and run out the clock and get a win. But as many people pointed out to me, it's a video game, man. Go ahead and put the numbers up. Sportsmanship, not an issue.
Exercise those fingers. That's going to go as a loss of 7, and it'll set them back for 2nd down.
And that's a major league loss of yardage and probably loss of momentum. You're snapping the ball at the 1-yard line before you suffer that big loss.
Yeah, you think of losing any yardage from the 1 is bad. To go that far back, that's a disaster.
And I think the play calling sequence that maybe the OC had in his head, that's got to change on the fly now.
He was looking for his tight end, Jay Sternberger there. But now it's 3rd and goal. Big play coming here. It's 3rd and goal. To throw, it's Rodgers. Touchdown, Packers. 4 touchdown passes now for Aaron Rodgers. And the Packers add 6 to their lead. No surprise there, 3rd and goal down here. That's where they're going to look for their tight end.
Yeah, you want that big guy running his routes because it doesn't matter who they cover him with. If it's another big guy, he might use his bulk against him. If it's a shorter defender, he might go over the top. Either way, you tend to find a little bit of a mismatch in that area.
Crosby with the extra point, and they open the lead up now to 25. Out is the kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. Fielded just outside the goal line. And up to about the 26-yard line, just across the 25.
The Niners take over 1st and 10 at their own 26-yard line.
The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. After the long touchdown drive we just saw, you wonder if maybe that's taken a little of the wind out of this offense's sails because they had it going pretty good last time, too.
Had to sit over there for a little.
And my goodness, another interception. Picked up by Jair Alexander. And to the 43. So down inside the 45 to the 43-yard line. That's where they'll take over. Here's Rodgers throwing quickly to the flat. 7 yards, the pickup there.
Rodgers' pass complete to Devin Funchess. A 7-yard pickup brings up 2nd.
Working with a 2nd and 3.
36-yard line.
Now the toss to Jones, running right. Looking for a crease, can't find one. Stopped at the line of scrimmage. He got maybe a half yard at most, but officially they'll be left with a 3rd and 2. The Packers on 3rd down. They've hit 4 of 7. This time they face a 3rd and 2. He'll get the first down and more inside the 20. And he will get into the end zone. It's another touchdown. This thing is ugly. So they went to the ground game on third, hoping to pick up the first. They also picked up a touchdown.
Offensive linemen so used in this situation to having a pass block. All right, you're looking at what it is, third down. They don't care that it's third and whatever. They figure they're going to throw the ball. And when you call running play, I think you energize them. I think you juice them up because I haven't met an offensive lineman yet that likes to pass block more than they like to run block. And they opened up some nice holes there for him, and he took it to the house.
And he'll be brought down right on the chalk of the 20.
Travis Benjamin on the return. The Niners take over first and 10 at their own 20-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And last time, one play interception. So this offense, they should be fresh.
That's a good way of putting it. And I can't wait to see what they decide to do with play calling because
Packer pressure, and down he goes. The sack there by Tyrone Crawford shooting in to make the play. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the fourth quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So it's 49er football here as we get you reset. And let's see what they've come up with offensively after having time to talk it over. And a short gain here across the 10 to the 12.
Raheem Mostert, the ball carrier. Preston Smith on the tackle. Brings up third down.
It looks like the Packers have added an extra DB on third down.
Here we go.
11.
Working from the gun, Garoppolo. And now here is another interception. Picked off around the 27. And into the end zone. It's a pick six and a Packer touchdown. Defensively, they've had their way in this one. That pick six makes that scoreboard even more lopsided.
I remember talking with a guy in the league, and I said, what do you do when the game's like this? You know, it's pretty much over. You ready to go to the bench and hang out? He said, oh, heck no. I want to stay on the field. I might get some stats. I might get a pick or two.
You like being out there at the end of these wide margins.
When they have to throw it, that gives you more opportunities to go get it.
And he gets it out to the 25-yard line. Flag down. This could set him back. That holding call set him up with not great field position.
Not at all when you tack on the penalty. But that field position after the return wasn't terrific. It's not a great starting field position as well.
Now we're first and 10 at the 11.
It's just 11.
Throwing now is Garoppolo. Looking to complete it to Pettis, and he's got him. And this will leave him a yard short. Nice pickup of 9 yards on first down. That last catch short of the marker by just a yard leaves him with a very manageable 2nd and 1. Garoppolo now. Now Garoppolo is in trouble, and down he goes.
We've been around this league for a while, and many coaches never pull their starting quarterback, almost no matter the situation. In this case, though, I think he's got to make a decision. He's taking a pretty good beating out there.
Yeah, with the deficit, maybe not wanting to risk an injury. And he'll be taken down, but they've got this one up to the 35-yard line. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with 27 seconds showing on the clock. Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on first and 10.
Hey, alert!
Garoppolo. Now a desperation throw deep downfield. And nearly another interception. They've been around the ball all game.
Intended for Brandon.
Similar to a shooter in basketball who just connected on the previous shot. They run another set for him on the next play. Now, we had a guy who made the catch. They tried to get the big one downfield, but came up empty.
2nd down, McKinnon. And he'll get this up to about the 38-yard line. Now San Francisco going to call their second timeout as they get it with 16 seconds remaining on the clock. So now a 3rd and 7, and defensively, it's a dime look, 6 DBs.
We got to get to the ball. Let's keep moving. 58's the money. 58's the money. Not here.
Again, they'll throw with Garoppolo. And my goodness, another interception. Picked off by Jair Alexander, and they will set up shop at their own 46-yard line. So good field position for the Packers as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. The Packers looking to get out of here with a win as they take the knee.
It's a loss of a yard. Brings up 2nd and 11 at the 44-yard line. Tonight's final score.
Charles, it's one thing to win. It's another thing to win and put up the amount of points that they did. Boy, were they clicking on offense.
They can't help but feel great about themselves, can they? I mean, what a game to put up that number of points, continually feel like they're moving the ball and things are working and clicking. They think that they can bottle this and carry it with them.
And as an offensive coordinator, you just don't think you can do anything wrong. Whatever you call, run, pass, it's all going to work.
That's called being in the zone.
So for the Packers, it's a nice win to finish off what's been an ugly first half as they move to 2-6. And they'll get a few days to savor this one before they take on the Jacksonville Jaguars. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they'll lose an important one here as that drops them to 5-4 on the season. And they'll try to turn things around next week as they have a matchup in New Orleans against the Saints. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.
With a pinky ring, everybody used to pick at me. Now I'm the one that they picking. Snakes out, they hit scene, but I can't hear when the crowd screams. Still balling like an offspring. This for all the ones that doubted me. Gotta lose once to be a true winner. Only want the hunters with the blues in it. Eating blood across it where the blood thinner. Juice stay turned like, you know. I've been through that water like Olympic swimmers. Only bread and butter, what we ate for dinner. So I had to dream it till the dream is bigger. Only want the gold, we don't need the silver. Gotta be number one, number two never count. Used to have bubble guts competition, now point them out. Making my babies proud, wanna call my mama a house. Coming straight out the south, got enough juice to end the drought, yeah. I feel the way my heart